We're from San Diego. We'd always go take my Jeep out to the desert. We'd go listen to your records back when we were teenagers and just kind of soak that all in. And that it's such an integral part of the desert and the scene. And for me, and every time I listen to your music, it's something that just means something more to us than the sum of its parts. Um, what what do you think is like the primary difference between like the desert and any other scene? For people that don't know, like what is a generator party in the desert?
Well, the desert where we are from, the Coachella Valley Desert. There's lots of deserts, of course, but we're lazy and we always refer to our desert as the desert. But we're in the Coachella Valley Desert, and you know, um, a generator party is the result of us not having any kind of formal central location or place from which to build a scene. We didn't have a venue. We didn't have uh, a club or even like a. I mean, there was a skateboard shop that opened up in Palm Springs in the late '70s and called Bates Skates. And Mike Bates was like one of the first OG skateboarding punk rockers in the low desert. And he opened up his shop, and through that shop, what would be the entire desert punk rock independent scene came from that shop. And people like Sean Wheeler, and John Summers, and Mario Lally, and Alfredo Hernandez, these guys were all coming from this shop. It was all about skateboarding, and then skateboarding turning into like punk rock. And and as bands started to get formed and people started to like, you know, become aware and start getting more and more involved and excited about having an actual punk rock scene in the desert, there's nowhere to play. I mean, there's house parties and stuff, but so around 84, Mario Lally got the idea to just say, well, house parties are always getting broken up. Um, there's no proper musical venue. We didn't have like a Boohoo Gardens or a CBGB's or a Cuckoo's Nest. We didn't have anything like that in the desert. But we had raw desert, and we figured if we had a generator, we could go out as far as we can and avoid authority and just throw parties and play. And that's what we did. And we didn't think it was too special at the time. In fact, if anything, we were a little frustrated that that's what we had to do. But we made the best of it, and it got pretty. It was pretty insane. Looking back, it was pretty insane.
Yeah, like how so? What were your sort of first generator parties that you can remember? Or anything stick out to you?
Well, I mean, I remember them all. I mean, um, I used to go see Yawning Man quite a bit. I'd go see them every weekend, and they were a mellow kind of like zony desert rock band. I kind of consider them the first band to actually sound like the desert. But I'd go see John Summers punk bands and Unsound, and of course I was out there playing with Kyuss, and I was in a band called Today before Kyuss, and we'd go out there and play, and it's just it'd just be like out in the middle of the desert. There'd be sometimes it'd be only 50 people, sometimes it'd be 150 people, sometimes everyone there you knew and liked. Sometimes there's cross pollination of like tribal, like a lot of people from Palm Springs and India, and they don't always get along, and there it could be really aggressive, territorial pissings. It could be violent. There could be like a generator breaks down. It could get cold and windy. I mean, it was like you're dealing with the elements, the natural elements, and the social elements, and there's no security. So like when shit hits the fan, it's gonna get on you. Sucks. But at the same time, it was exhilarating and it was art.